I just used AI to make a set of video ads for my own brand in a few minutes. I didn't use a camera crew, a studio, or an editor. Here's the tool, and here's how the new update works. I'm Pallen, a brand strategist. Welcome to my channel where I cover tools, strategy, and how to build a brand that actually gets you noticed. Today I'm working with Zeely AI again on a partnered video. I reviewed them earlier this year and kept them on my short list because the product is really awesome and they just keep shipping. I don't cover every tool that lands in my inbox, by the way, so I come back to the ones that earn it. Since my last review, they pushed a major update to the video ad builder, and this time I'm testing it on my own brand instead of a client. I am one of the first creators with access, so treat this as an early look. First, the formats. Last time I had options like product showcase and digital demo. There are two new ones, and they are made for a brand like mine. You saw it a moment ago. I selected Video Ad Builder, then entered my website URL and gave it a moment to take it all in. And I am so impressed. It pulled everything it needed about me. My photo, my name, my brand overview, all of this is accurate. Descriptors, even brand colors and fonts. Oh my gosh, my tagline, my tone, and my style. I'm seriously impressed. You better believe I approve. Now, before it builds anything, it asks me to confirm what it found. Everything here came straight from my website. These images are all mine, so I'll keep almost all of them. The only one I'm gonna drop is this shot of my client. Since it isn't really relevant to what I'm producing, I wanna stick with me for this example. The rest looks right, so I will click continue. Now I'll click into the asset. This is the thing that we've been building toward, and it's pretty much done all the work for me. It really amazes me how much it puts together with almost nothing for me other than my URL, because pulling all of this together is usually the slow, tedious part. For this first example, I'm leaving everything on the default settings and I'm gonna let it run. Let's speed this up. Okay, here's the starting image it generated. Pretty good. If I didn't like it, I could regenerate it. Or you can see here, you can open more detailed settings for video, audio, captions, and the hook. I'm not gonna go through it all. I can also pick the model right here. So for this first example, I'll stay on Kling 3 Pro, and we'll come back to Seedance 2.0 in a little bit because that one deserves its own moment. For now, I've got control over everything that I'd want. Now, I'm not gonna generate a video for that. I am gonna use two new features that I'm really excited to show you here in Zeely. Inside the Video Ad Builder, the concept list now has two new formats, street interview and podcast. Let's start with street interview. It drops an interviewer into a real moment, so a real person talks about the problem that you solve. I love this one and the next one, the podcast, because you don't need a product shot. I actually don't really have one because I primarily offer services. I do have a book, so I could use that. If I wanted to, I can add the image since I have it, but again, it's not required for these. I'll add the Amazon link to my book instead of entering these details manually, and we are set. Let's create a starting image. You know the drill. Okay, we've got a woman in a white blouse and a beige trench coat. I like it. She's gonna say something nice about my book in the next video, I'm hoping. We're gonna generate. I also like the suggested hook and body script suggestions, so let's try it out.
Excuse me, quick question. What does your actual workflow look like right now?
I used to do everything manually and it was a total drain. Then I found AI for small business. It made the hard parts easy. Just read it.
Just read it. Hey, that's good advice. Here's another streeter example.
Okay.
What's the hardest part of running your business alone?
Used to be the endless manual busy work for every single department. I was drowning in spreadsheets for every department. I picked up AI for small business and it saved me 10 hours a week. I finally feel organized. Check it out.
And for this one, I selected a reference from the reference gallery where you can see you've got all different setups here, lots of diverse options and people doing all different kinds of things. You can choose whichever one is most compelling for you and your brand. For this next example, we're gonna try out podcast. Podcast is a natural conversational style that is performing very well on platforms right now. Okay, we're gonna go for our starting image. And now before we generate the video, I wanna show you caption styles so we can see them. I'll change the highlight color and the caption style so you can see something different for this one. And then I'll jump right to the finished generation.
For years, I thought I needed a dedicated tech team before adopting AI. That was a lie. The tech wasn't the issue. I was overcomplicating it. AI for small business handles the roadmap. I stopped stressing and just launched. Try the guidebook today.
So fun, it's great. One more.
Be honest, how many hours a week do you waste doing manual business tasks? Dude, literally every single day, I'm drowning. So what fixed it? AI for small business. It breaks down complex AI into simple steps so I can finally automate my operations.
So you get the idea. For a service or a personal brand, this format fits because the strongest ad is someone talking, not a screen recording or an overt ad. The format really sets the tone. The next part is where the output changed the most. Here is the change that I noticed first. Last time, the tool gave me one short clip. Now I choose how the whole ad gets built. Back with my branding agency selected and a new podcast style reference and avatar, we've generated a starting image and it's time to make the video ad. Now up to this point, you've seen me create full video ads with Kling, but now we're gonna switch things up. First, generate or regenerate your hook and body. Of course, if you have a specific script in mind, you can just paste that in. You can also generate just the hook, which for this instance is half the credits used. Generate until you're happy, and same for just the body. You've got those three choices right up top: full video ad, hook, or body. The hook is the opening that grabs the attention and names the problem. The body is the main message that follows. That flexibility comes from something running underneath. Let me show you the model. This next part is the reason the videos got longer and better. It is the model behind the update. Now let's talk about the model. When I open this dropdown, you'll see that there are two options. The default here is Kling 03 Pro, which is what we've been using, marked as recommended. But there's a new one built into the platform now, Seedance 2.0. This is a really big deal because access to this model is very limited. Most tools can't offer it directly, and Zeely is one of the few that can. So what makes it worth it? Seedance 2.0 is one of the most realistic video generation models available right now. Let's see an example.
Nobody talks about the actual reason your social media isn't converting into clients. The Pallen Collective solves that. Bold, not messy. Clean strategy. It feels authoritative because it is. That's why it actually brings you leads.
Okay, so you can see it produces photorealistic cinematic quality video with strong lighting, fine detail, consistency from shot to shot. That last part is one of the most important for ads. Consistency is what makes a multi-shot video feel like one polished piece instead of a handful of clips stitched together. It builds longer, multi-shot videos rather than one short clip, so the result looks a lot closer to something like a full team produced. Obviously, you can see Seedance 2.0 uses more credits than the default. And that makes sense because there's more happening in every video. Here's the nice part. The cheaper model stays as your default, so your everyday generations stay light on credits. And when you want that higher quality, you switch to Seedance 2.0. The choice is always yours. And on value, the growth plan comes in at just under $80 a month right now at the time of recording this video. It now includes 10,000 credits plus access to every feature on the platform. Let me show you another example of what Seedance 2.0 can do. Okay, before I generate, there are a few new settings worth taking a look at. Those small settings make a big difference in how usable the final video is, and I'm gonna show you what came back. You already saw the video settings, like the model and captions, but there are a few more that I wanna call out under audio. Here is the voice option, which sets the tone and the texture of the delivery, then emotions, the mood behind the message. When I open this, you can see the range: friendly, cheerful, excited, confident, persuasive, and many more. And there's also accent too for regional pronunciation. Together, these let you match the delivery to your audience instead of settling for whatever the default gives you. Something like this.
What's the hardest part of running your business alone?
Used to be the endless manual busy work for every single department. I was drowning in spreadsheets for every 2 hours a week. I picked up AI for small business and it saved me 10 hours a week. I finally feel organized. Check it out.
So that is the Zeely update. 2 new formats: street interview and podcast, full video ads built from one photo with a separate hook and body, and a new model that makes longer multi-shot videos for the same subscription price. Amazing. I'm linking to Zeely below. Go and try it, by the way, for your own business. Tell me in the comments what kind of business you would use this for, and I'll reply to each and every one. If this is helpful for you, hit like, helps other people discover these videos, which we work hard to create for you. And subscribe for more on branding, AI tools, and growing your business. I'm Pallen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.